Mile weaponized my toddler's allergies against me. My mother-in-law, bless her heart, not really, has always been a bit much, but lately it's escalated, and it's all centered around my 2-year-old Leo. Leo has a peanut allergy, diagnosed by an allergist and confirmed with testing. It's not just a sensitivity, it's a full-blown anaphylactic allergy. We carry an EpiPen, read every label religiously, and have informed everyone in our lives, including Emil. We've explained it's not something to be taken lightly and shown her the information from the doctor. Initially, she seemed understanding, even overly cautious, which was fine, but then it started. Subtle comments like, "Are you sure it's that bad?" I knew a kid once who was allergic to everything and grew out of it. Or, "It's just peanuts, it's not like it's poison." I brushed it off as ignorance, trying to educate her gently each time. Then came the incidents. First, it was at Thanksgiving. I brought a completely safe dessert for Leo, clearly labeled. Mill insisted she had made a special small pie just for him, peanut-free, promise. I double-checked, asking specifically about ingredients. She swore up and down it was safe, except when I cut into it, I smelled peanut butter. Sure enough, peanut flour was listed on the ingredients of the crust. When I confronted her, she played dumb. "Oh, I must have grabbed the wrong flour. Silly me. It's just a tiny bit. It wouldn't hurt him." I was furious, but thankfully caught it before Leo ate any. Next, at Christmas, she gave Leo a stocking stuffer, a small bag of candies. Again, I checked the label. It may contain traces of peanuts. I sighed, explaining that "may contain" is a no-go for anaphylactic allergies. She scoffed, Oh, you're being ridiculous. A little bit won't kill him." My husband stepped in then, firmly reiterating the seriousness of the allergy. She huffed and took the candy back, but the look she gave me, it was pure resentment. The final straw was last week. We were visiting her, and Leo was playing in her living room. She offered him a snack. I was in the kitchen grabbing a drink and trusted she'd offer something safe. I heard Leo happily munching. Then I saw it, a peanut butter cracker wrapper on the coffee table, right next to him. I snatched it away, my heart pounding. Leo hadn't had a reaction yet, but I immediately gave him Benadryl and watched him like a hawk for hours. When I confronted her, she didn't even apologize. She said, "He looked hungry, and it's just a cracker. You're so overprotective you're gonna make him afraid of food." That was it. I lost it. I told her she was deliberately endangering my child, that she clearly doesn't respect his health or my parenting, and that until she can prove she can be trusted to keep him safe, she's not allowed to be alone with him. My husband is supportive, thankfully. He's finally seeing her behavior for what it is, not just cluelessness, but deliberate disregard for our child's well-being. He's agreed to limit contact and supervise all interactions. But I'm still shaken. How can someone, especially a grandparent, be so reckless and dismissive of a child's life-threatening allergy? It's not just no, it feels malicious. Weaponizing a child's allergy is beyond just no. It's attempted murder by cracker. If you agree this email needs serious consequences, hit that subscribe button for more JustNoMIL breakdowns. Mill re-gifted us a used, stained slow cooker than that we gave her years ago. My MIL is thrifty to a fault. She hoards things, reuses things to the point of absurdity, and rarely buys anything new if she can help it. Usually it's just mildly annoying, like when she insists on wrapping birthday presents in newspaper comics. But this recent incident, it's beyond the pale. For Christmas this year, we received a gift from Emil and Efile, a slow cooker. Now, we already have a perfectly good slow cooker, a nice modern one we bought ourselves a couple of years ago, but okay, maybe they didn't know. Maybe they thought ours was old. We thanked them politely, though slightly puzzled. When we unwrapped it, the box was dusty, like attic dusty, and the slow cooker itself, while seemingly new in its packaging, felt a bit off. The ceramic insert had a faint, but definitely noticeable brown stain on the bottom. I tried to scrub it lightly, thinking maybe it was just food residue, but no, it was baked in. My husband, bless his observant soul, picked up the insert and turned it over, and there, etched faintly into the bottom, were the initials J+S, our initials. From our first apartment years ago, we bought a cheap slow cooker when we first moved in together, and I remember distinctly etching our initials on the bottom with a ceramic marker, thinking it was a cute permanent way to mark our belongings. We got rid of that slow cooker ages ago when we upgraded to a better model. We were both stunned. Could it be? Could she have actually re-gifted us our own old, used, slow cooker? It seemed too ridiculous to be true, but It was the dusty box, the stain, the initials. It all pointed to one horrifying conclusion. Later that day, when we were at JustNoMIL and Phil's house for Christmas dinner, I casually mentioned the slow cooker. "Oh, thanks for the slow cooker. It's, very generous of you." I tried to keep my tone neutral. MIL beamed. "Oh, you're welcome. I found it in the basement, barely used. Phil and I haven't used a slow cooker in ages, and I thought you young people would get more use out of it." She said it with such genuine, proud generosity, completely oblivious to the utter absurdity of the situation. My husband, who is usually much more conflict avoidant than me, couldn't help himself. He gently pointed out, "Mom, isn't this our old slow cooker, the one we had years ago?" Mel's face fell. She actually looked confused for a moment, then a little defensive. "Well, maybe, I don't know. It was in the basement. What does it matter? It's still a perfectly good slow cooker." Phil, bless him, finally caught on to the awkwardness and tried to smooth things over. "Honey, I think that might be the one they gave us when they moved out. Remember, we said we'd keep it as a spare?" Mile waved her hand dismissively. "Whatever, it's a gift. You should be grateful. It's the thought that counts. The thought that counts. The thought of digging through your basement, finding our old stained used appliance and rewrapping it as a gift. The sheer audacity and lack of self-awareness is mind-boggling. We ended up politely declining the gift, crocked, saying we really didn't need another slow cooker." MIL huffed, clearly offended. "I'm still trying to process this. It's not just cheapness, it's disrespectful. It feels like she sees us as so insignificant that she wouldn't even bother to remember what we gave her, or that we might recognize our own old belongings. It's insulting and frankly just plain weird." Mill used her key to check on the house and then redecorated my bathroom. We made a mistake. A big, boundary-stomping, privacy-invading mistake. We gave MIL a spare key to our house. It was for emergencies, we told ourselves. For if we were ever locked out, or if we needed her to check on the house while we were on vacation. Famous last words. We went away for a long weekend, just a quick trip to the coast. We told MIL we'd be gone, but didn't ask her to do anything. We figured she'd be busy. Big mistake number 2. Underestimating JustNo's and their need to insert themselves into your life. We got back late Sunday night, tired but relaxed. Everything seemed normal at first. The house was quiet. The dog was happy to see us. We unpacked, went to bed, and didn't notice anything amiss until the next morning. I went into the bathroom to get ready for work, and it was different, visibly, drastically different. The shower curtain was new, a frilly, floral monstrosity that clashed horribly with the modern, minimalist style of our bathroom. My sleek black bath mat was gone, replaced by a fluffy pink rug that looked like it belonged in a little girl's bedroom. Even the soap dispenser and toothbrush holder were different. Cheap ceramic things with seashells glued to them. Seashells in my modern gray and white bathroom. I stood there blinking, convinced I was in the wrong house. Then I saw it. A tiny, almost invisible new air freshener plugged into the outlet. Scent. Ocean breeze. And of course, my blood ran cold. Someone had been in my bathroom. Someone had redecorated it, and not in a good way, in a way that screamed passive-aggressive territorial marking. I called my husband in, and he was just as horrified as I was. We immediately knew who it was. Mill. Who else would do something so bizarre and boundary-violating? We called her, my voice shaking with barely suppressed rage. "Mill, were you in our house while we were gone?" She sounded innocent, almost surprised. "Oh yes, I just wanted to check on things. Make sure everything was alright. You know, just being helpful." Helpful? Did helpful involve going into our bathroom and changing everything? I couldn't even articulate the sheer ridiculousness of it. She chuckled. A light, airy, totally insincere chuckle. "Oh, the bathroom? Yes, I noticed it was looking a little drab, so I just added a few touches, brightened it up a bit. Don't you like it? I thought you'd appreciate my decorating skills." Decorating skills? She had committed a decorating crime against humanity, and she thought we'd appreciate it? My husband took over, his voice dangerously calm. "Mom, you went into our house uninvited and changed things in our bathroom without our permission. That's not helpful, that's invasive and disrespectful. We gave you the key for emergencies, not for you to come in and redecorate whenever you feel like it." She started to whine, the classic JustNo playbook. "But I was just trying to be nice. I just want to make it prettier. You're always so cold and modern. I just wanted to add a little warmth. Warmth? She added pink fluff and plastic seashells. Warmth was not the word I'd use. We told her firmly that she was never to enter our house again without our express permission, and that we would be changing the locks. She shrieked about how ungrateful we were, how dare we accuse her of being anything but helpful, and how we were isolating her from her family, dramatic as always. We hung up, feeling violated and furious. We spent the evening putting our bathroom back to normal, scrubbing away the pink fluff and seashell stench. The key is now gone, and the locks are being changed this week. Lesson learned: never ever give a JustNoMIL a key to your house. Emergency or not, it's just not worth the inevitable invasion. Ocean breeze air freshener, more like a Category 5 crazy hurricane blew through that bathroom. Has your mother-in-law ever helpfully redecorated something of yours? Share your stories below. Mill invited her entire church choir to our intimate backyard wedding. My fiance and I are planning a small, intimate backyard wedding. We're both fairly introverted, and we wanted something low-key, personal, and focused on our closest friends and family. We're talking maybe 30 guests, max, immediate family, and a handful of close friends. Simple ceremony, BBQ reception, casual and relaxed. We've been very clear about this with everyone, especially our parents. Both sets of parents seem to understand and were supportive, at least initially. My parents have been great, actually. His mother, well, that's a different story. Mael is well-meaning, but completely oblivious to boundaries and social cues. She's the type who thinks bigger is always better, more is always more, and subtlety is a foreign concept. She's also very involved in her church, specifically the church choir, like very involved. It's her entire social life. From the moment we announced our wedding plans, she's been suggesting improvements. Don't you think you should have a bigger venue? A backyard is so small. Are you sure you don't want a proper sit-down dinner? BBQ is a bit informal for a wedding. Have you considered hiring a band or maybe a DJ? Just some background music would be nice. We've politely but firmly pushed back on all of these, reiterating that we want a small, intimate backyard wedding. Then came the guest list. We sent out save the dates to our carefully curated list of 30 people. MIL called me a week later, sounding excited. "Oh, I'm so glad you're sending out save the dates. I've been thinking, weddings are such a wonderful opportunity to bring people together. And I have so many friends who would just love to celebrate with you." I brace myself. "Mael, we're keeping it small, intimate, just close family and friends." She brushed that aside like it was nothing. "Oh honey, don't worry about that. The more the merrier. I've already told the entire choir about the wedding, and they're all so excited to come." I almost choked. "The entire choir? ML, how many people are in your choir?" "Oh, about 40. Lovely people. They just love to celebrate with you. And they're all so talented. Maybe they could even sing a song or two at the ceremony." 40 people we don't know, invited to our 30-person intimate backyard wedding by MIL without asking us. I tried to stay calm, but my voice was definitely rising. "Mael, you can't just invite 40 extra people to our wedding. We have a guest list, we have a budget, we have a backyard that can only hold so many people." "We didn't invite your choir," she huffed, sounding genuinely offended. "Well, I just thought it would be nice. They're like family to me, and it's not like they'll take up much space. They're very well behaved, and they'll bring lovely gifts, I'm sure." Gifts, that's what it's always about with her, isn't it? Using our wedding as an opportunity for her to be the generous hostess, surrounded by her church friends, completely disregarding our wishes and our vision for our own wedding. My fiance and I had a serious talk that night. We decided we had to put our foot down hard. We called MIL back together this time. My fiance spoke, his voice firm and unwavering. "Mom, you need to uninvite the choir immediately. They are not invited to our wedding. We are not having 70 people in our backyard. We are having 30. The guest list is closed. This is not up for discussion." She wailed, she cried, she guilt-tripped. She played the victim. "But I already told them. It'll be so embarrassing to uninvite them now. They'll think I'm a liar. You're being so cruel. You're ruining my social life." We stood our ground. We told her if even one choir member showed up at our wedding, we would have them turned away at the door. We were serious. She finally, reluctantly, agreed to handle it. We're still not entirely sure she actually uninvited them, or if she just told them to be discreet. We're half expecting a choir flash mob to show up in our backyard on our wedding day, but we're prepared and we're ready to protect our intimate backyard wedding even from our own mill. A 40-person choir crashing a 30-person wedding? That's not a wedding, that's a hostage negotiation. If you've dealt with wedding just knows, smash that like button and subscribe for more tales and have a Just Know free day.